Hey, good afternoon. Happy Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. How are you? Well, I'm still wearing this. They're still the champs until 9 o'clock tonight, the Eagles. So today is Super Bowl Sunday. You have the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Who do you like today? So, where are a lot of you at today? I'm going to take this off. Are you at establishments? Are you at Super Bowl parties? I used to go to a lot of Super Bowl parties back in the day when I was doing my drinking. Have you partaked in the block pools? Pick the block, numbers go in. I mean, then at work, I got the crappiest numbers. I got 3 and 5. I got a better shot of seeing God. That ain't gonna happen. 3 and 5. No shot at that. If I get that, I'll be lucky. So if you're in any of those block pools, good luck. So who do I like today? Been going since the start. The line's been at 4.5, and it still sits at 4.5. Seattle. Um, a lot of people are taking Seattle. There is some big money on New England. I just think Seattle's got a really good team. I like them in this game. I know getting to the Super Bowl, you're a product of who you play. You're not responsible for your schedule. You beat who's in front of you. But let's just look at New England's schedule. Let's be real here. They beat the Jets. They beat teams in the NFC South who were terrible, which the winning team had below 500 record. They've beaten teams that are looking for new head coaches. You went into the playoffs. They've had, an easy ride into the playoffs, and they got to the Super Bowl. Any fan base would take this ride any day of the year. They're well coached. I got to give them credit. Got an excellent coach. Can you imagine New England winning this time around again? And would that be a start of something after Tom Brady? Seattle's been consistent all year. They're well coached. They got a great defense. Sam Darnold, Jet fans have got to be scratching their heads. They drafted him number 1 overall. He did nothing with the Jets, went to Minnesota, established himself a little bit with Minnesota, and then went to Seattle and has become just an excellent quarterback. That's what happens when you get coached up a little bit. Even in the NFL, you sometimes get to get coached up. And he has. And he's had a great year, and he's got Seattle in the Super Bowl. Some interesting prop bets. If you're into that, there's so many of them. There's like how long the national anthem. There's some crazy ones. How long the national anthem is going to be. Some one of the ones you might want to partake in. Will there be a defensive touchdown? That's an interesting one. There's been one in over the last 10 years. I would say half the Super Bowls. Will there be a kickoff return? A couple you might want to try out is the first play from scrimmage by the offensive team who gets the ball first. Will it be a running or passing play? I think it's going to be a running play. And the team that gets the ball to start the second half, will it be a first play be a pass or a run? Usually it's a run because you want to come out when you get the ball and establish the running game. So I would, if you're going to partake in any of these type of bets for fun, I would take first play from scrimmage to start the game will be a running play. First play to start scrimmage in the second half will be a running play. There'll be a defensive touchdown. You might also want to look at it, what the odds are for if there's a kickoff return for a touchdown too. But the line is at 4.5. It's been sitting there for 2 weeks. It hasn't moved either direction. And it kind of had me thinking, wait, New England here, if they can keep this close, they have a shot. But I just really think Seattle's a better team. Their stats show it. I think they got a great defense, and I'm all about defense. And New England's got a good defense too. And always in games like this, I mean, anything can happen. You always hear at any given Sunday, but it's about turnovers too and to control the line of scrimmage. If a team gets turnovers, they're going to win games. Anything over 2 turnovers by either side is going to be the difference in the game. And just keep a good eye on the line of scrimmage. It's all basic football, in my opinion, with who controls the line of scrimmage as well too. I mean, you can hear all these analytics and all these announcers and all these color guys talk about, but at the end of the day, it's football 1-on-1, dominating the line of scrimmage and turnovers. I mean, it seems too easy. It's too elementary, but it is. It is. That's what's going to win big games like this, if you control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball and the turnovers. So what are you going to do at halftime? Are you going to watch the halftime show, or are you going to go to the next option? I'm going to take a look at both. Why not? I'll take a quick look. This bickering and stuff is just nuts. It's just crazy. And where's it end? Let's be real here. It's in sports too. It's just nuts with all the bickering across the board. Hey, you know what? You want to watch one over the other? Go for it. Go for it. You're not really. If you're here's the deal. If you're watching the second one with Kid Rock, and I'm a huge Kid Rock fan, you're really not affecting anything if you're just watching the halftime show. If you really wanted to do something, is not watch the game, period. Because then you're not giving kudos to the game at all. And that's where the NFL is going to be hurting the pocketbook. The halftime shows, pretty much the commercials are done with. I mean, look, they try to get these commercials in before the halftime show so you can see the halftime show and not miss it. I don't know. I get how people want to watch an alternative. I get it. I think, but let's be real here. If you really want to hit the NFL in the pocketbook, which you're really not going to, they're a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. It's just crazy. I don't like who they got for the halftime show, but who am I? I mean, they would probably let's see what the ratings are. That might dictate in the future who they get. You might hurt that at that point of what the ratings are for the halftime show. But, whatever floats your boat, do what you want to do, watch whatever you want. I mean, the game itself, do you feel the juice in this game at all? I'm a sports fanatic, and I don't feel the juice. I don't know. You could say it's because my team's not in the game. I don't think that's it. New England, is anybody into New England outside of Boston? I mean, I know there's fans out there, and then you got Seattle, a West Coast team. Does anybody really care? That'll be interesting to see what the viewership is for this Super Bowl, how high the viewership is. I just don't feel it. And I'm a huge, huge sports fan and a huge football fan, and I'm not juiced up for it. I'm usually fired up to watch the game. I'm not even watching the pregame show right now. Just not doing it. I don't know. It's just I don't feel it. I'll turn the game on. I'll watch it. Hopefully it's not a blowout. A part of me thinks it's going to be a blowout with Seattle. I hope it's not like the past. We had so many of those in the past where the games were decided at halftime, and there was no need to watch the second half unless you had one of those blocks, or you were betting one of the props. But I don't know. A part of me thinks it could be a blowout Seattle's way, and it could be over by halftime. And then, whatever. I just don't feel the juice. Does anybody else feel that? It's just not really into the game. I know that sounds crazy. I'm a sports fan. It's just nuts. First, now I want to thank all you while we're here. I forgot to do that in the beginning. I wanted to do it in the very beginning, but I guess it doesn't matter when I say it. I'd like to thank all you for the kind compliments of my my guest with Eddie segment when I did last week. Got a lot of kudos for that. A lot of compliments. I greatly appreciate that. I'm going to have more of those. Actually, hopefully I'll be able to announce the date of my next guest. I'm still talking with this person, and we're just trying to pick a day. I'm glad you enjoyed it. The whole part of me doing these is to make them interesting, especially when I have a guest, to make them interesting and make it as if, the person is comfortable with what they're doing, and it's just a discussion. It's like sitting across the dining room table or sitting in your living room and just chatting. It's about telling your story, or just telling me things about you. I want the public to know things about you that they don't already know about you. It's all about making it comfortable. And that's my whole thing when I have a guest on with me, is to make them comfortable, make it about them, and make it interesting to you too. And hopefully my viewership will get bigger and more people will watch it. And you can always watch it on my YouTube channel as well. That's right here on my screen. You can go to that. I'll actually take that one off right now. And you can always come on live with me too, if you like. That will always stream across the bottom of my page here of my studio. So hit me up if you like. Tell me where you're at today. Are you at an establishment? Are you home? Are you at a party? What are some of the favorite dishes too? I can also see when you post on YouTube. I can actually see it here when I hit my comment section. So if you want to post something, touch base with me. And always realize you can always see replays of these on my YouTube channel as well. So hopefully it'll grow and get bigger. But I appreciate all the kudos I got from some of you that came up to me last night, and some of you that have actually said really kind words. That's I enjoy doing this. You all have certain things you all like to do in life, and it makes you happy. I've always wanted to do this. Like I told you guys, I broadcasted back in the day, had my own weekly show, and I enjoy doing this, and I like doing my homework and talking to people and having fun with it. So that's my goal with this, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So hopefully this is the Super Bowl today. It'll be a good game. Hopefully it's that. Being an Eagles fan, I still root for my team. Bummed out that they didn't make it to try to defend the title. It's going to be a long off season. A lot of things going on in Philly right now. Losing our offensive line coach, Stoutland, that's a huge thing. Found out yesterday, and I want to tell us to Giant fans, this will make you guys really happy. Hold on a second. Apparently he's under contract, but the Eagles will not hold him back if he wants to get another job elsewhere. And that would also include the New York Giants. Can you imagine Stoutland as an offensive line coach for the Giants with John Harbaugh and the staff that he's creating with the New York Giants? I already said it yesterday, and I've said it to some of my friends that are Giant fans. Giants are going to win the NFC East next year. They're going to have – just look at that guy coming back from the injuries, and then they have a nice high draft pick. They're going to get more players, and Harbaugh is just a good coach. You got a very good coach. I'd be an idiot, okay, and be a complete homer if I didn't give the Giants kudos here. They're going to be back. They're going to be back. And we all know it's hard to repeat in the NFC East. The Eagles did it for the first time in over 20 years. You're asking the Eagles to be three-peat in the NFC East. And I just don't think that's going to happen. There's a lot of things going on in Philly. I have no idea what the hell is going on down there with Stoutland just walking away. And a lot of it is he's kind of hurt that he didn't get more communication from the coaching staff in regards to being – he was the play calling coach, but it's crazy. He walked away, which there's stuff going on there. I have no idea, and I'm trying to find out, and it's just a mess. Once an organization that was revered throughout the NFL as the top-notch organization, there's question marks there. There's just something going on internally with the Eagles, and it's not good. It's not good. And you got two offensive linemen that may retire as well. Dickerson, he's thinking about retiring at age 27. A lot of injuries he's had with the Eagles. So you got to understand these guys playing in the NFL, especially an offensive lineman, they get beat up on that line of scrimmage all the time. And I guess he's looking out for productive years of life. You got to think about that too, the injuries that he's been having. You got to think about that as these guys are, up in the line of scrimmage, being linemen and blocking people. He's had a lot of injuries, awful lot of injuries. So we may be replacing two offensive linemen as well in Philly. Just how have we gone before the regular season this year as it maybe a team that could repeat as Super Bowl champions to one that could maybe fall back a little bit. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So baseball season starts this week. Pitchers and catchers report to camp. Talked about the Phillies a little bit this week too. There's another team. I think they're going to finish third in the NL East. I think a lot of people got to keep an eye on the Atlanta Braves. I know Atlanta had a crappy year last year, but year in and year out, they are an excellent club. They have a great minor league system. They have great management ownership. I don't see them playing as bad as they did last year, and they're going to get a couple of their pitchers back who were injured last year too. So I have them as my pick to win the NL East. And we all know what the Mets have done this offseason too. They're going to be like number 2 fighting the Braves for the NL East. And I really think that Philly is going to fall back to the pack at number 3. They're just bringing back the band again. And it pains me. It pains me because I'm a Phillies fan too. But I have to be real with myself and real when I don't think they're going to be as competitive. Look, we have a manager that says we had 96 wins last year, but then we got knocked out in the first round. And we got to worry about Zach Wheeler, too. He's coming back from an unbelievable injury that Pedro Martinez had. And if you remember, when he came back from the injury, his fastball was 10 miles an hour slower. So we're expecting as fans for Wheeler to come back like that, like magic, and be as successful and pitch as well as he did back last year. We forgot the injury. That's asking a lot. It's asking a lot. We'll see what happens. If he can just get back to pitch, it'll be unbelievable with the injury that he had. And just you look at the lineup. You look at they're just bringing the band back again. It's just I don't know. It's just tough pill to swallow. Then you look at the Sixers. Sixers. I know I have friends out there that played hoops and are Sixer fans. I'm still not on board yet. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm just not. I'm not on board with the GM. I'm not on board with the owner. What they get to the playoffs and they lose in the first round? Well, big deal. You know what? It's the same old story. I mean, Joel Embiid is as underachieved since being drafted by the Sixers. As long as he's around, I mean, I know he's come on the last few games, but I'm just not on board. I'm just not. And it comes down to the owner and Daryl Morey and all that. I just can't. And just look what they did at the trade deadline. They basically gave a guy away that was a rookie last year and just gave him away for nothing. It's because they were worried about the cap. They were worried about the luxury tax. That's just nuts. It's just crazy. And the Flyers are on the downward spin right now the last week or so. They're on the outside looking in the playoffs. They're probably the best organization right now in Philly. That's probably going to be the next championship team. And I know Eagle fans are like, what? They're going in the right direction. They're building a team in the right direction. They just need to get a score, and they're going to be really competitive. And, you know, they told us at the beginning of the year, don't expect the playoffs this year, and they got off to a hot start, and many of us, oh, man, they're going to make the playoffs. Long season. 80 games is a long season. So hopefully they're going in the right direction. As I said yesterday on a podcast that I was on, it's like depressing right now to be a Philadelphia sports fan. It's depressing, everything that we've heard about the Eagles the last 2 weeks, and the Phillies just like coming back with the same team. The Sixers, and the Flyers. Look, I know we won the Super Bowl last year, and we've won 2 in 7 years. And I guess we're spoiled as sports fans, but we've had our moments. We've had our downs as sports fans too. I mean, there's so many things I can remember with our teams losing heartbreaking series and heartbreaking finals and stuff like that. And we are spoiled. We are a very knowledgeable fan base, but we get a bad reputation for our 2 or 3% sour apples, man. We get it nationally, which is just crazy. So this is going to be a little short one today. I wanted to do something before the Super Bowl. Hopefully everybody enjoys the game today. Hopefully if you put any prop bets down, you win your prop bets, you win your block pools, or if you put money down on the game itself, hopefully you win some dough. Always remember, bet within your means. I don't do it no more. I'm good at doing it, but it comes in hand with me drinking. So I got to be very careful if I ever did place a bet, because I always did it when I was drinking. So, you know, go within your means. You know, don't chase money. If you lose, don't chase it. And always bet a couple things, and that's about it. But if you're betting, be careful with it. Good luck. Hopefully you win money. Whoever you're rooting for today, hopefully that team wins. I'm going to watch the game and chill out. I don't dislike either team, so it'll be kind of enjoying just to watch a game with no rooting interest whatsoever. Kind of bummed out that my team's not in it again. But, hey, look, I got 2 Super Bowls, which I never thought I'd ever see in my lifetime, which as an Eagles fan, I'm happy for that. And hopefully they can get their act together this offseason and not go down the tunnel that I think they might be going down and not having a winning record next year. Because if they don't have a winning record next year, I truly believe, and I know fans out there are like, there's no way they can fire Nick Sirianni. Look, there's an issue in that organization right now. He might be part of it, and the quarterback might be part of it too. But there's a lot there after what is going on after this offseason. If they have a losing record next year, Nick Sirianni's job isn't safe, and nor should it be. So, guys, have an awesome Super Bowl Sunday night. If you're driving, please be careful. Be smart. If you're drinking, grab a cab, Lyft, Uber. I wish I would have had all those avenues when I was doing that, but don't be stupid. Not today. They're out in force today for Super Bowl Sunday. Trust me. They'll sit outside the establishments and watch you walk out of there. Make sure you're not drinking and driving. Be safe. Love you guys. Talk to you all soon. Bye now.